everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I'm joined, as always, by someone who, no matter what the weather is always a hottie. Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. I'm delighted to be here. And are you just referring to the fact that you can see my sweat on the camera?
I said no matter what the weather. I was just saying it
that's
is
true.
very hot today. But
I do run warm in general, though.
She puts off a lot of BTUs.
I don't know physics. I don't.
It's like a thing. It's like
It's
grills.
probably a reference.
I don't know. Yeah. Is that a physics thing? It's like something I think they'll tell you that when you buy a grill. It's like this many BTUs, and guys are like, "Whoa, BTUs! That sounds the thing."
Impressive.
And then they're like, yeah, it's totally a real measurement. I guess I don't know. I'll have to ask Alice if that's a real
physics thing or if it's like made up marketing. It's probably made up marketing.
Probably made up marketing, yeah. But speaking of made up marketing, I don't know if that doesn't make any sense. How are you today, Anna?
Feelings. They're from big emotion, the industry.
Feelings were invented in the 60s by the Hallmark Corporation so they could sell you cards.
There you go.
Before then, nobody had any feelings. You just went to work and you slapped your kids and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like with the whole, like, they never had autism in my day. Here's my stamp collection.
Yeah. That doesn't explain Grandpa's elaborate train set, but all right. You doing all right then?
Yeah.
Surviving the heat? Is a heat wave here in Oxfordshire and the whole UK, I guess, and all Europe and all the world. The whole places, it's all a mess. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Good.
Oh God! I didn't think I'd spiral this early into the episode.
Yeah, this is no more coffee for you, please.
Sorry.
So my current boss is like an expert in, well, she gets a lot of like requests for expert comment whenever there's a heat wave because she's like researches like sustainable cooling technologies and stuff. So she's always very relevant whenever it gets too warm. And basically air conditioners, you've probably heard about this, as like a horrible feedback loop whereby global warming is made worse by people using air conditioning. So one of the things is like a regular fan is actually generally better if it's like efficient enough and you can make them efficient by keeping them clean and stuff. So where was I going with this?
I don't know. Your boss?
So I was in an online meeting with my boss and I was like, oh, I read your thing about avoiding whatever in this news article about avoiding like using too much cooling. And I'm feeling very virtuous because I haven't put the fan on yet. And then later in the meeting, I said something really dumb, and she was like, "I think you need to put the fan on now." So, yeah, doing great. I definitely do well in the heat.
Sweetie, your brain is overheating. Obviously, from what you just said, that's obviously not a functioning brain. So
you are not having heat resilience right now.
You want to go ahead and cool that down before you come in here and open up your dumb fucking mouth, okay?
Yeah.
You know what also would be great is a fan would just drown out the nonsense that you just said. And that would also have been an acceptable outcome for your, quite frankly, ludicrous comment. So,
oh, I thought it was quite a fun interaction, and now I'm like, does my boss think I'm a moron? So thanks, Matthew.
Hey, no problem. But Anna, have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you lately?
Other than make someone else feel super smart just by comparison.
There you go. I mean, she's already being quoted in the paper, so she already probably feels pretty smart.
Yeah, So I have a part 2 of the oat milk saga.
Is it you're done with oat milk?
Yeah. The saintly thing is not doing that anymore.
Yeah, that left it a month, and that's we're already that.
Well, no, I found out that the oat milk that I was using is like a big like investor in Israel.
Is that the Oatly?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I know, right? So I was like, I'm trying to have less dairy because I care about people. Like, I know, like, basically I don't really care about animals, sorry. But it's more about, like, for me, it's more about the carbon footprint and, like, what that will mean eventually for, like, everyone's living conditions. Mm-hmm. Well, I say eventually, as we're already discussing, it's kind of right now. But anyway, so I think if you're going to choose a product for ethical reasons, then, like, you find out that they're doing something really unethical at the same time. It's like, there's just no point. So yeah, back on the cow juice. No, I doubled down and I did some more research and I found a different brand of oat milk, and it's even less nice then only it's like someone made like juiced the ghost of an oat and made that into a drink, and it's like I put it in my tea and it's as if there's nothing there rather than tea, and so I feel like I'm making a really big holy sacrifice.
Have you tried like I don't know, like almond milk's bad, soy milk's
almond milk's really not very
vegan
because of like all the pesticides.
Yeah, and it consumes a ton of water.
Yeah. Also, I don't think they grow almonds near here, or if they do, it's like very energy intensive. So like oats are the best because they can grow in the UK, so then there's less air miles and stuff.
But are the oats that you're drinking? It doesn't matter. Like you might look into like.
I'm trying hard. Okay, I've already had to go through so many hoops.
Look, I understand you want to get a plant-based milk substitute, but you might try rice or coconut.
Yeah, see, rice again, like very air miles. Food milesy.
Listen, nobody is shipping rice by air, number one.
Okay.
And cargo ships are extremely efficient ways to...
are they?
Cargo ships and trains, the ways that they're going to move bulk items like that are much more efficient than like an airplane or whatever. So you can't think about it as air miles because, like, again, nobody's moving bulk items by air. They're moving them by these giant cargo ships. Have you ever seen a cargo ship? It's like a giant ship. It's got 1 billion things on it. That's actually super efficient.
There was that one that got stuck a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that one that got stuck. Yeah. So you got to go look at that one. But yeah, you got to just, I don't know, figure out what you want to do. Like whatever you're doing to eliminate, dairy consumption is good. You can't get too bogged down. So I was watching this Instagram reel, which is where everybody gets their information lately. Mm-hmm. And it was this person who worked in nonprofits, and she said, you run into what she called the bike shed problem. And the idea is like, we need to build a bike shed. So let's find some wood. And somebody says, well, why don't we find sustainable wood, and why don't we get it from a business owned by a small business and a small business owned by a person of color, and suddenly there's 30 email threads and 40 people are involved, and 10 months later you have a big pile of wood but you don't have a bike shed. And she said the thing that you need to do when you run a nonprofit or a liberal organization or something is eventually you need to make peace with the fact that you're going to piss off some people about some things. You're going to piss off some liberals because they're like, it's not like you're doing this thing for the environment, but it's funding people in Israel, and you don't feel good about that. But like at some point you have to say like, which is the bigger goal, and you have to say, and you don't always need to necessarily choose between the two, but if you're like eating something that's making you retch or whatever, then you're not exactly choosing something that's also making your life livable. But I mean, at the same time, of course,
well, I mean, you're being very deep here. I'm being a martyr about this, and I think it's manageable in the grand scheme of things.
Your choice of the carton of milk that you buy once a month to put in your tea.
Once a month. I get through like a carton a week.
Every couple weeks, whatever. Doesn't make you a martyr. You're not going to fix the world through capitalism, right? And by what you buy.
But I feel better about it.
You can feel better about it, but I mean, like, you can feel better about it in specific ways, and you can also feel better about... You can also be like, well, this isn't the best thing. You could get like coconut milk and like that tastes better, but you know that it travels further. But you're still doing better by lessening the amount of dairy, and that's a specific thing that's happening in your country, because if you're not buying dairy, that's definitely coming from the UK. You're definitely eliminating or helping to reduce
the demand in the
UK of UK cows, and so you're helping reduce potentially in the long run the number of cows that exist in the UK. So,
which doesn't sound very vegan at all.
They just put them out to pasture and they just hang out and they live on the farm and that's fine.
They go to a farm upstate and they're happy. But you asked if I'd done anything saintly, so I'm saying like from a point of view of like suffering for a greater good, I would say getting the less tasty, slightly more expensive organic oat milk that I am now on is probably slightly better overall for the environment, and it doesn't have, apartheid income. So overall, I would say that it is a saintly achievement, and that's what we're all about. Like, I'm not here to actually contribute positively to the world. I'm here to tell you about saints, so that's very different.
That's fine. that contributes positively to the world. People enjoy it. Tens of people.
Tens of people.
They have a good time, and that contributes positively. Anyways, well, thank you for your large sacrifice for a minor good.
Well, thank you for your pronouncement. So now I'm going to ask you the same question.
I experienced a miracle, which is that I ran into you in the most unlikely of places.
You did.
The Lake District. We were up in the Lake District for a week with some friends, staying at a house together, and I saw that you posted some thing on Instagram that was like sunset on the Lake District or something, and I was like, wait a minute.
Well, because it was the summer solstice, and so it was like...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of light at like nearly 11 p.m. because it's further north than where we are now.
Right. It's the longest day of the year, right?
Yeah.
So I messaged you and I was like, are you in the Lake District? And you're like, yeah, why?
Well, because I thought you were going to be like, we were meant to record tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like, we had an appointment. Like, because I'm sitting in this cafe waiting for you. No, and I was like, oh, because we're in the Lake District. So, and then we were able to meet up with you, and you brought some nice cakes over to our friend's house, and had a nice time.
It was
just
a very cordial afternoon.
Which is funny because we never see each other when we live in the same town, but somehow, like when we're hundreds of miles away,
that's when it comes together.
Anyways, Anna,
so the miracle of community in unlikely places.
So great, Anna. Today is July 6th. 2025.
It sure is.
Who is today's saint?
Today's saint is Saint Swithun. Have you ever heard of him?
Saint Swithun?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Saint Swithun. Should I have heard of Saint Swithun?
Maybe. I mean, he does appear in some cultural references.
Isn't there a joke in The Simpsons where Bart's writing a really bad play with bad British accents, and he says it's Saint Swithin's Day? I don't know. I don't remember.
Probably. I don't think I've seen that episode. But yeah, so Saint Swithin's Day is a medium deal, I would say.
Okay. Let's find out. Well, what's Saint Swithin's deal? Let's start with that deal.
Okay. Well, there is very little information about him from his own time. So
goodbye, everybody. Oh, no.
Yeah. My work here is done. We know that he was the Bishop of Winchester from the 30th of October, 852, until his death on the 2nd of July, 863. But he's only mentioned in a few documents from this period. Okay. And his death is in one manuscript in an Anglo-Saxon chronicle under the year 861. So the few facts that we do have are already contradicting each other.
So we know what he was doing during this 111-year period.
Yeah,
but outside that range.
And being a bishop. And now he's also mentioned as a witness to 9 charters. So,
9 charters. Yeah. That's
more productive than either of us in terms of paperwork.
I can't think of the last time I witnessed a charter.
Exactly.
It's been so long. How many think you've witnessed? Maybe 2, 3 tops.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm early in my career.
That's
to be
fair.
fair.
Yeah, I have more charters behind me than ahead of me, frankly. And
your days of charter witnessing are numbered now.
My eyes are so bad that nobody would.
Surely you can witness charters like just through hearing them.
No, you gotta
someone would read them to you.
Here's the thing about witnessing charters is all 5 senses engaged at all times. It's gotta be you're hearing the charter, you're seeing the charter, you're smelling the charter.
You've got to stop licking that paperwork.
It's just like that. No, you gotta know. It's just like you gotta. They go, well, that's a good charter. That's a solid charter. Let me feel it. Oh, that's a good feel of that charter.
This is why your charter witnessing days are numbered. You upset people with your wagging tongue, and also there's poison in that ink.
No, I'm saying like if I'm witnessing a charter, I'm not gonna half-ass it. I'm putting my whole.
Oh, you're putting your ass on it as well? Jesus Christ.
No, I'm putting my ass on the charter. That's too much. Hey, respect for the charter. That is, I'm putting my whole attention on the charter. It's like I am fully engaged in the charter. As soon as the witnessing begins, every other thought is out of my mind except for what is going on with this charter.
Well, I'm glad we established that. And I mean, when you describe how involved the process is, it's no wonder that he only managed 9 in 10 years.
It's an intensive process. You really like. It's more like the recovery time from the charter
and the preparation, presumably.
And the preparation. I mean, like you have to mentally prepare, and then you really have to rebuild your psyche after every charter. Just like 6 months minimum, just to like get back to like where you were, like as a functional person. So.
Right.
Anyway, so in addition to charter witnessing,
I'm sure our listeners are so appreciative that we have such an expert in charter witnessing.
I mean,
like, what are the odds?
People want to know about people's jobs, you know? That's a fascinating thing that people want to know. And they're like, wow, that's really, I did not realize it was so, because people are really just like, yeah, charter witness, anybody could do that. No, it's intense.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's one job that's safe from ChatGPT, am I right?
Exactly. You can't do that with AI. That's the silly thing. Anyways, so, okay, so what's the deal now?
Well, during the 10th century, there was a renewed interest in Saint Swithun. Around this time, St Dunstan and Bishop Ethelwold of Winchester were reforming and restoring their church at Winchester, and they decided to adopt Swithun as their patron saint. Spoilers for when I ask you what his patronages are. Pay attention.
Winchester.
Yeah. The church had previously been dedicated to Saints Peter and Paul, which is pretty generic.
Yeah.
So they moved his body to the new basilica, which is an interesting one. Well, okay, it says they translated his body, which is a churchy official way of saying they dug up his grave.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, we've decided this is our patron saint now, so we're just going to take him, and he lives in our church now.
Yeah. So they didn't translate, like, so his grave isn't French now. It's all English.
Yeah. Well, it's probably like some kind of old English anyway, right?
Right. Yeah. So they probably like 200 years. Yeah. They're probably like, actually, nobody can read this. Let's make this like real English now.
Wow.
So they were like
semi-middle.
Peter and Paul. Everybody and their sisters got Peter and Paul
as patrons. Yeah, exactly.
As patron saints of their church. So like, let's get this guy Swithun.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty great. Well, with the 11 years being bishop and the 9 charters, like we really like you can't argue with those stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much it.
Didn't we do Saint Dunstan? Isn't that the previous saint? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So they translated his body to the new basilica on the 15th of July, 971, and his tomb became a popular pilgrimage site associated with many miracles.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll hear more about them later, because we're still somehow on his life, even though we're kind of on his afterlife already. So with the new interest in Saint Swithun came several new hagiographies. So we're going to retrofit.
So just like, oh, well, this is a hot new topic. We're just going to write about Saint Swithun.
Let's make up a story. So most of the biographical details we have come from a text attributed to someone called Gosselin of St Bertins.
Okay.
Sure. So according to this account, St Swithun was born during the reign of King Egbert of Wessex.
These names are getting sillier and sillier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like pre-1066. It's all like this.
I just feel like we're like stumbling down a hill of silly names, and they just it's just accelerating it.
Well,
but anyways,
you have predicted the direction that we're going in right now.
So Goslin wrote about
Gosselin of St Bertins wrote about St Swithun being born during the reign of King Egbert of Wessex. Mm-hmm. You can see how this hagiography is made up, because who would be called King Egbert? Come on.
I know. I mean, this is the thing. Is like if it was coming from anybody, but well, I mean, I don't know. This does feel like you're trying to trick me as an American. So like,
yeah.
All of this feels like really like just yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, that sounds very English, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not going to tell you when, but 1 month, I think me and Kat are going to work on completely making up a saint and seeing if you can tell. So he was ordained as a priest by Bishop Helmstan. Of course.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Of Winchester. And he became friends with the king, who appointed him as tutor to his son. Okay, so this is King Egbert. What do you think his son's called?
Egg McMuffin. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that the Old English for that is Ethelwulf.
Ethelwulf. Okay.
Yeah. So when Ethelwulf became king, he appointed Swithun as Bishop of Winchester, and Swithun persuaded him to donate 1/10 of his royal lands to the church. So
Hey, pretty good get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll teach you, dumb kid, but I'm gonna need a little money out of that.
Well, no, so this is the dumb kid that then became king. So it was like...
Oh, when he became king, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's like, hey, remember all that great teaching I did? How about you pay me for it now?
Maybe this is the whole time he's been like, and the thing is, when somebody becomes king, they have to give 10% of their land to the person who taught them to read. So...
Oh, weird. That turns out that's me. What a weird...
Oh, what? What? Was it me? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, I guess I'll just take that then. Hell of a tithe.
Indeed. In his role as bishop, he was renowned for building and restoring churches. I guess with all this money he now has.
Right. Just like he's just sitting on all this money, nothing else to do with it, but just like, let's put some churches together.
Yeah, but he was also known for his piety, of course.
Oh, that's nice.
He travelled on foot as opposed to using the royal limo, and when he held banquets, he invited the poor. So...
No.
That's a saintly thing. If you're going to have a banquet, you should invite the poor.
They're at the far end of the table, but they're there. They're there.
Also, they are the ones bringing the food, cooking it, clearing up afterwards.
Oh, did I say I invited the poor to serve us, not to eat? Oh, well, that was a misunderstanding on your part, is it?
Yes.
Honestly, I mean, like, what are we? We're like 8th century England. I mean, like, it was mostly poor people.
9th century, yeah.
9th century, yeah. It was mostly poor people, so it would have been, hard to not invite poor people, really. I would think.
Right. I don't know. I feel like if you're friends with the king, it's probably enough rich assholes around.
Fair. I don't know.
Especially because in this time, England didn't exist. It was like several kingdoms. So there are there are like 5 kings or something.
What do you think? What do you think wealth inequality? I haven't actually looked this up. Do you think wealth inequality is higher now or like in the 8th century, during the 9th century?
I don't know. I don't want to like...
Because I feel like the scale is so much lower, right? Because there's all these people in poverty. But then like the super rich, like we would see them now and we'd be like, oh, you're disgusting.
They have a horrid life. Yeah.
They still have a very horrible life, right?
Yeah. So the actual equality is probably worse now. But then also the bottom line is probably overall better.
Yeah. I mean, the baseline's higher. Yeah. But maybe it's probably just proportional, right? Still probably really proportional. It's just like, instead of having $1 billion, you had 6 onions. Yeah. Yeah, the guy had like just the skins.
And that's the thing is like when you have like more than 1 billion. Like, it's kind of meaningless, isn't it? It's like, there's only so much shit you can buy. Like, so much of the wealthy are never gonna even spend, like, make a dent on their wealth, right?
Right.
So it's like...
The same thing. Like, I've got 20 onions. I'm not gonna eat 20 onions.
You've got 20 onions, right. So it's like, if you then had, like, if next year you have 40 onions, it's like, well, does it really matter?
Yeah, what are you going to do with this many? You can't eat that many onions, right?
Yeah.
And you could, but you wouldn't have many friends.
Which is why you have to invite poor people to your banquets.
Yeah, get rid of some of them excess onions. And that's what we're saying, is that the billionaires would just give more onions out to people. Wait, I don't know, I lost this metaphor. But, like, I think... Anyways. So, where were we?
This guy, Swithun, he's friends with King Egg McMuffin, and he is keeping it real by inviting poor people to share his onions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right?
Right. He's being nice. He's generous with his food and his banquets.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Maybe too generous, because the next thing we know about him is that he had asked to be buried humbly.
Oh.
So
he got put in a cathedral.
Well, this is the thing. So his grave was originally placed outside the west door of the Old Minster at Winchester, where it would be stepped on by passers-by and rained on. So that's pretty humble.
I don't know. Maybe that's fun. Maybe you're just like, maybe I'll come back as a zombie and just like grab somebody's leg. Maybe that'll just be like a thing.
Yeah, he's a patron saint of haunting drain pipes. I haven't seen it.
But also like, who cares if your grave gets rained on? Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know.
I guess like if you're friends with the king, like you might expect to be in like more of a covered sort of crypty sort of place.
That makes sense actually, because I think about like all the important people get buried in the church, right? Which is still,
Westminster Abbey.
In Westminster Abbey, and I think that's still the case today. Like even the Pope who like had a humble Pope Francis, who supposedly had a humble burial, still got buried in a church.
Yeah.
So protected from the elements, And so yeah, I guess like the idea that like like you left your body out to get rained on.
Yeah.
Ew. That's some
So
poor people
hashtag
shit.
humble. Yeah.
I know, right?
Having been buried outdoors, his body was moved from his outdoor grave to a shrine inside the Old Minster at Winchester on the 15th of July 971, after he became more of a popular saint. And that is why his feast day is not the day he died, which was the 2nd of July, but actually the 15th. So
Of this month.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Same month, few years in between, maybe 100.
Wait, it was the 2nd of January, right, when he died? You
July.
Said July.
I did
no,
say
January?
July.
Oh, I thought you said never mind. Forget it.
I mean, I may have, but it's written as July.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, sorry.
I could have said January. As we established earlier, I'm not super with it right now, so I haven't switched the fan on yet, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Just put a
He's
cold towel on your head.
She's a few fans short of clear thinking morning, as they say.
Yeah. Hey, does your boss ever been like, people like OnlyFans? They should use OnlyFans, but is that like a quote she ever does?
Yeah. One of her main academic papers is on why we should rename OnlyFans as like wet towels and OnlyFans as a last resort. That's why she's often asked for expert comment in heat waves.
Not air conditioners, but only. I don't know. There's something in there. Tell your boss this. And have a workshop it.
I absolutely will not.
No, just let her know.
I quite like my job, and
but you want people to use fans, and people like OnlyFans. So I don't know, something about fans. Maybe if you could incorporate feet, people seem to like that.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to save the planet. What are you doing? Whatever.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll let you know how it goes.
Fine, okay.
And because we discussed that I'm going to be doing the research the next couple of months, right? Which means that could be my only source of income if this conversation happens.
Great.
So
All
counting
right.
on you.
Here's the thing is, I don't think that OnlyFans is just pornographic stuff because, I don't know.
How are we still on this?
I've never been on it, right?
Sure.
But
I don't know if I believe you.
I don't have that kind of disposable
Money.
income. I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, best not to even just like what if I go on there and I'm like, oh, actually I should I'd like to spend some money on this, and then suddenly I'm broke.
I heard that's how it happens.
I think that's it. That and like gambling apps. But like,
what
I
if they combined?
Somebody tried to apply to the festival and they said they'd won some OnlyFans comedy contest.
Right.
So I guess there were like comedians on OnlyFans or something. I think there's like there's other creators. It's like another like Patreon.
Yeah, it's a sexy Patreon.
So here's the thing: you could go OnlyFans, but just theological
for
research.
Academia, right?
Yeah, so there you go.
Right, yeah.
You're just like, I'm on here just if you need information about saints, contribute.
Would I be able to keep my clothes on?
I guess so, yeah. If you want. Or if it's like academic research and nudes, or like whatever, like topless academic research, or academic research with feet, something like that. I typed all this with my feet.
With my toes. I do have hairy toes as well. That's probably someone's king.
Probably is a premium for that.
Anywho, back
so
to...
much of this getting cut out.
What? This is comedy gold! Also, something I would share on my OnlyFans. Currently, it is sweating at the back of my knees. So that's horrid.
All right, so
there were miracles associated with the translation of the body.
Okay.
And according to legend, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights after it was moved.
That doesn't sound like anybody's happy about that.
Well, I mean, it's ironic because he was moved indoors to get out of the rain, and then loads of rain happened.
So we moved him just in time. But I mean, like, famously, that is God at his maddest, is when it last rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And also, it's true. England, so if it rains for 40 days and 40 nights, that's just like fall.
Normal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there is a tradition, and it probably originated from it supposedly raining for 40 days and 40 nights, that if it rains on Saint Swithun's day, then it will rain for the next 40 days as well. Which better not fucking happen next year, because my wedding is within 40 days of Saint Swithun's day. So
I could stand it to happen this year, because it has been really hot, and I could stand for it to be a bit cooler, get more people out to the festival. And then if it's raining, then people aren't going to want to go out to hang out in the nature. They'll want to go inside and do fun stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And it won't be as warm in there, so... It
won't be as warm, no.
Hopefully. Well, being the 2nd of July, there's still a lot of time to buy your tickets for the festival.
Yeah, it's the 6th.
So, Oh, shit. The second was when Saint Swithun died. This is what happens when you try to get me to lie. I can't do it.
I find that
You're
very
cutting
hard to
this out
believe.
as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Anyways, so it rained for 40 days when they moved his body.
Yeah.
Good omen.
Well, I mean, I guess, like, you know, in these times, it was like an agricultural society, so you'd actually want it to rain.
Not that. I still feel like you wouldn't want it to rain that much.
Well, I
don't
think, like...
I'm no farmer. I'm more of a charter witness type guy, but...
We know.
An OnlyFans patron. That's what I do. But, like... I don't know that you
That
want 40
money's
days
going
of-
straight from charter licking straight into an OnlyFans account.
Yeah. Sexy singles in my area licking charters. So it rained for 40 days, and then what other miracles we got with this translation?
I mean, that's the only one.
Oh, that's the big one. That was the big one. Okay, with the move. Yeah. What other? Okay.
The only one of note. But his body was then likely split up, and his relics distributed between several smaller shrines.
Here's something for you, a little for you, and here you go over there.
Literally. So his head ended up at Canterbury Cathedral, which is quite away from Winchester.
But a bit prestigious.
That's true. And an arm at Peterborough.
No,
you know
no.
what they say, just chuck an arm to Peterborough.
Right. You can always get ahead in Cambridge.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
Canterbury. Just 20 years later, his main shrine was moved into a new cathedral at Winchester, which replaced the old Minster. And Winchester Cathedral is like quite a big deal in.
Yeah, thank God they got rid of that old
time.
Minster. There was like a dead body buried right outside.
So they put him on a platform behind the high altar.
Wait, I think Alice's friend is the organ scholar at Winchester Cathedral. I was like, why does
Well,
that sound
you should
familiar?
ask them if they have heard of Saint Swithun. I bet they have.
Yeah, y'all big Swithun heads over there.
That's how they like to be referred to. Yeah. So just you've got the
Swim
parlance.
pants, Swith pants.
Only Swith stands? No. This was not directly accessible to pilgrims, but they installed a tunnel beneath the platform, which historians believe devotees might have crawled into in order to pass below the saint's remains.
Okay, so you can't see him. You just kind of like you crawl.
You can crawl
up,
under him, and then you count as having visited him. Yeah.
knowing that you were below the saint's relic, the
Yeah.
body, at some point during your crawl.
Yeah.
Huh.
Fun theme park idea, I think.
I don't know if I like that as much. And it's not. So it's not even like a tunnel you can walk in. You're literally
You have to
on your
crawl.
hands and knees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, you know, is humbling, right?
You know what? You're right. That is humbling.
Especially because it's called, guess what this unusual architectural feature is called? And I think you're going to be very mature about this.
A glory hole.
It's called a holy hole.
Oh, I'm so close.
You were close there.
Speaking of holy holes, we're on OnlyFans.
How's your mum?
Yeah. Okay, so these whole holes that the people are going in.
Yeah, that's how they advertise Winchester Cathedral on OnlyFans. Is it's like your chance to crawl into the holy hole.
Yeah. Okay, so people go in the holy hole, and what happens in the holy hole stays in the holy hole. So, just...
Well, no, it doesn't, because you're a pilgrim, so you can say you've kind of visited that saint.
Yeah, but when you're
kind of.
inside the holy hole, that's a one person at a time, and it's just like a private area.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully it's too small for any deviant activity.
I don't think you understand
place.
how deviants work. They're going to make it work.
Okay.
If that's your thing, you're going to make
Maybe
it work.
there's a time limit. Maybe they have like a long stick and there's like people whose job in the church is just to like make sure no one spends too long in there.
Hey, wait, 30 seconds in the hole. Come on, get going. It's like a big poking them with a broomstick.
Yeah, although some people that would speed them up, wouldn't it? They'd like that.
I wonder if it's like the Blarney Stone, and when you're down there, you kiss the bottom of the crypt, and then you get going, and then then you have the gift of charter witnessing.
Indeed. The unusual architectural feature can still be seen today, but the shrine was moved to a different part of the church.
God, this guy's mobile.
Yeah, you can crawl into the holy hole, but it's not actually holy anymore. It's just a hole at that point. So
if you're just into holes, it's a totally secular hole now, so you can anybody can go there.
What happens in the secular hole stays in the secular. Hole.
That's anybody's business, But that's the thing is, like, if you're just like a fan of holes, I'm just like, oh, this is quite a nice little crawling hole tunnel business. I'm just like, you just admire that. No religious connotation on it anymore.
You don't need a pilgrimage now. No. You can just go in there. Well, if it's not sainty anymore, you probably can't go in it because it's probably like quite fragile as a feature now.
Oh, it's probably extremely dangerous to go on the on the holy hole.
So they haven't reinforced the holy hole with enough structural.
You got to take care of your holy holes, folks, because over time.
Because the devil wants to destroy them.
They'll get weaker and gunked up, thankfully.
Oh my goodness. Well, to be fair, the holy hole, presumably, if people crawl in and then it's a whole tunnel, then there's only one direction of movement, which is unlike. So that would kind of make it easier to maintain. I don't know. I don't like where this is going. So, you wanted to hear about miracles?
Yes.
Okay.
I always want to hear about miracles. Well, so we went through his relics, right? His relics scattered to the four winds.
Well, we went below them, really.
So, was there anything left in Winchester?
Well, the shrine was demolished during the English Reformation in the 15th century or late 14th century. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything left of him there.
Okay, that's fine.
But there are 40 churches dedicated to Saint Swithun in
it seems like there wouldn't be much of them left if he's spread out over 40 churches.
I've been literally spread quite thin recently.
Yeah.
So you wanted to hear about his miracles, god damn it.
Yeah, let's hear about some miracles. I'm going to tell you. Do it. Let's make it happen.
You can't stop me. So Swithun once encountered an old lady who'd been carrying a basket of eggs. The eggs got smashed.
No! King Egbert's eggs.
So the eggs got smashed by workmen who, ironically, had been building a church. But Swithun...
Why is that ironic?
Well, because he's a saint.
Well, if they were workmen making a chicken coop or something, that would probably be ironic.
That would be ironic. Okay.
Yeah.
No, there's irony referring to, the setting as opposed to the... Anyway, Swithun picked up the broken pieces of egg, which must have been quite gross.
Yeah,
and they miraculously became whole again. So, like a really complex and wet puzzle that he... Stop it.
Just for hours sitting on the ground, putting egg pieces together, and the lady's like, "Really, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just. I think this is.
No, I'm working a miracle here. Let me do my job.
Please, this is really sad. I really just would like for you to we're gonna let the eggs go. Thank you, Swithun. I really no, don't cry. Please stop crying. Look, we'll just let these eggs go. Okay. I
can do it.
I've got
I'm a saint, chicken. God damn it.
It's okay. You know what? Today's going to be a hard day because I won't have any eggs, but the chickens will lay more eggs tomorrow, so it'll be fine.
Wow, that was profound.
But so he puts the eggs back together. That's pretty good,
Yeah, he didn't even use any super glue or anything. It was miraculous. So after the translation of his relics, many miracles were attributed to Swithun. In one story, a man from Winchester decided to go and check on his mules grazing in a pasture outside the town walls.
Oh, I wonder how my mules are doing today. I'm just going to do a little pop in. See how they're doing. I love my mules so much.
Like a good man who owns mules. You gotta go check on them.
You know what I love about his mules is they're just hanging out in the field. He's not making them work hard. He's like, these are good mules. They don't need to work hard every day.
No.
I hope they're having a nice time.
Everyone needs a break. So
I'm gonna bring up some carrots. Oh, that'll be nice. Oh no, I dropped my carrots. They're shattered. Oh, my carrots shattered. Oh no. Is there no solution for this?
And then up pops Swithun. No. Different miracle.
Okay.
So the man grew tired in the heat of the sun and drifted off to sleep. When he awoke, he saw two naked female creatures, described as furies in some versions.
Oh, like creatures? Were they mules?
He tried to flee. Well, yeah, kind of like siren type.
Yeah, I think this is like a thing from Greek mythology.
Yeah. He tried to flee, but they chased him, and then a third appeared from behind a hill to capture him.
They hunt like raptors. You think these are chasing? They're funneling you into where the other one's cutting you off. Oh, it's great tactics. But frankly, the Furies have some great tactics here. Yeah, and you can't argue with that.
You should let them have that man flesh as a reward for their clever strategizing.
Yeah.
The third woman wore a white dress, and when it touched the man, he became paralyzed for almost an hour. He was just trying to watch his mules, man.
I'm just trying to get to my mules. Now I'm not even worried about myself as much as I am about the mules. I hope my mules are okay.
As he tried to make his way to town, paralyzed? Some travellers found him, and he was brought to the minster at Winchester to keep vigil at the tomb of St. Eudoch.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did the Furies? What was their end game?
I don't know, but they
paralyzed
paralyzed
this
him.
guy?
I guess they attacked him, but
They're
then
just
left
like
him
some
alone.
Really aggressive freeze tag, and that's what they're into.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, how do the mules work into this? This has so many extraneous details.
Well, because he was going to check on them, right? So he was in a field. So then he was exposed to this heat-based fever dream.
Oh, right. So he fell asleep. Okay. So
I'm sure I told you that.
And woke up with sleep paralysis. Right. I forgot about the sleep part. Right. Okay.
Okay. So some travellers found him and took him to the minster at Winchester and just kind of, I guess, put him down next to a tomb.
Seems like a good place as any to leave him. It's nice and cool in here. Maybe he needs to cool down a little bit.
That'll help him. It didn't, because he continued to sleep, and a man wearing a radiant bishop's clothing appeared to him and told him that he would not be cured unless he was taken to Swithun's tomb at the Old Minster. So the next night, which I think poses some more questions.
I love this guy. Who's just like, these tombs are no good. You want the good tombs. The good tombs are in the back. That's where the good tombs are.
Well, I can't go. I'm paralyzed. This is my problem.
And then when people came back to him, like, I need you to take me to Saint Swithun. What did you say? Saint Swithun.
Yeah, he actually had a different name before that, but it was just that was all the guy could get out at the time. So the next night, his friends did as he asked, and while he lay beside the tomb, he saw the tall man appear on the spire of the church. The man lowered his tunic to the ground at the end of a golden rope, and as soon as it touched the ground, it spread out until it was inside the saint's tomb, and a shining column appeared, reaching up to the sky. When the paralyzed man awoke, he'd been cured. So he got made ill in a dream, then he had another dream that was like a medium helpful dream, and then a dream that cured him. Miracle.
Again, so many, like, if you were writing the story now, you'd be like, you would leave out the bit about
the mules.
You leave out the bit about the Furies.
I think the mules were important, actually.
How so?
Because they were his motivation for being in the field.
Right, and it was a nice motivation where he's going to visit some friends, his only friends, the mules. And I would leave out the middle dream, because it really doesn't. You just have them take them to Saint Swithun. Yeah, it doesn't add much. Like, so I just like, you want to streamline this narrative a bit, but okay. But
well, I mean, to be honest, I thought that the whole purpose of this exercise was to unstreamline it. I thought that's what we were doing here. So
I'm just like giving you notes. Like,
okay. Well, it's a bit late now. All his chroniclers are dead. So.
All right. Well.
But I mean, I guess, we should give due respect to your charter witnessing experience here and how that would shape the narrative.
So the cloak spread gold across the ground, and then this is a great dream. I mean, the visions here are amazing.
Top
this is like
tier.
really, really top stuff. Yeah, like I'm really impressed by these images. They sound really great. Better than any Marvel movie modern blockbuster. Their special effects. This is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Another account tells the story of a slave girl who'd been taken from her master in the north of England and sold to a man in Winchester. One day...
Ooh, slavery.
Yeah. One day she met her old master in the street and spoke to him without permission.
What? Why? Be like,
well,
hey, it's you. Did you ever replace me as a slave? Get any new slaves, huh? How's that going, huh? Hey, did you ever get over that carpal tunnel from all the whipping? Because that was.
Oh my God.
I remember when your wrist was really bad because you just been doing so much whipping. I was like, but anyways, so she talked out of turn.
Yeah.
To a man who used to own her.
Yeah, and
probably she was just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I think that's what that F and the 3 stars after what she said was probably meant. The family she served were worried that she'd returned to her old master. So the lady of the house bound her in shackles and kept her in the house. Now, you have to be pretty shitty at having a slave if you're worried that your slave would actually rather be in the north of England.
Right.
And that's not me maligning the north, but like at this time there was no central heating. Like the north was just way more grim.
I love that it's not that she would just run away because the conditions are bad. She would go and be in bondage to someone else.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I really miss the way that the old master would beat me. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And then instead of being like, if we don't want her to leave, we should make her working conditions better. Right. And they're like, nope, we'll just tie her up.
She's like, this is exactly why I was going to go back to the old guy. Because whenever he bound me up, it wasn't in chains, which are heavy and hard. It was a rope. It was some nice, soft rope. And that actually made
Which actually did wonders for my skin. Yeah.
So much nicer. This is exactly the kind of working conditions that I'm talking about when I complain.
So one day when everyone was out, the girl prayed in the direction of the minster. And suddenly...
General area.
Yeah. She may have done it by accident. Suddenly, an old man in shining garments appeared to her.
What? Same mysterious old man?
Could be. He held her hand and transported her to the saint's tomb inside the church, miraculously carrying her past crowds of pilgrims and into the inner part of the shrine, which had been locked by the sacrist. The sacrist was furious and asked her how she found her way inside.
Hey, you're not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Employees only.
I just locked that. That is my one job, and no one takes it seriously that I have to lock that. And now you just make a mockery of my years of training in this career.
See, if I was the sacrist, I'd be shitting her brick because did I lock somebody in on accident? Oh my God, I'm going to get sued.
Well, yeah, maybe that was it. He asked her how she'd found her way inside. At first, she blamed a nearby monk, claiming that he'd put her there.
That guy.
It was him. But when she told the truth about the vision, it was hailed as a miracle, and the crowd rejoiced.
Huzzah!
That's all I have.
Well, back to slavery with you now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah, he just teleported her for a little while. She just got to see the inside of a locked room. It made her day, and it made the crowd's day.
So I went from being locked in this room to being locked in this other room with a dead body. Not a real step up for me.
Not impressed by that miracle.
Yeah, that one's a weird one too.
Both kind of weird.
3 stars.
Okay, so we've got the eggs, the Fury Dream, and the teleporting the slave into a different situation of being trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
So eggs is a total 5-star miracle. I'm totally impressed with that.
Right.
The Fury Dream guy, I don't know, was confusing, but I think in the end seemed pretty cool. The visuals were great, so I'll give that one 4 stars. And then 2.5 for this teleportation nonsense. So those are my final rankings.
Okay. Well, get this. There is a scientific basis to the weather pattern behind the legend of Saint Swithun's Day.
No.
Around the middle of July, the jet stream settles into a pattern which, in the majority of years, holds reasonably steady until the end of August. Oh. So, when the jet stream lies north of the British Isles, continental high pressure is able to move in. But when it lies across or south of the British Isles, the Arctic air and the Atlantic weather system predominates. So it's probably not 40 days, but I don't think they could count in medieval times, basically.
Right, that's fair. Well, wait, so if it's across or below, that means it's cooler and it rains more?
Yes.
You're talking about high pressure systems. I don't know how that shit works.
I do, yeah. It doesn't say.
Okay. So which is good for us, and then what is on the?
Well, as I said, Matthew, we're talking about times when you wanted your crops well fed. So.
But I'm saying, can we apply this now? Like, can we does this allow us to know if it's going to be hot for the rest of the month? And so Saint Swithun.
Well, people still have this tradition of if it rains on Saint Swithun's Day.
Right. So in some ways, Saint Swithun's Day is like the Groundhog's Day of the UK, right?
Yep.
If he comes out of his holy hole, sees a shadow.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that means that how you celebrate Saint Swithun's Day, it's either umbrellas or burning your umbrellas.
Yeah.
You won't need them.
I don't need this umbrella ever again.
Yeah, until next year. Shit. Now I don't have one.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. 3 miracles and a lot of rain. What a British saint.
Sounds it, really.
or a Wessexian. Is that what you would be if you came from Wessex?
Wessex? I don't know.
Wessexian?
Winchesterian?
Wessexy? That's what I think it should be. You disagree.
From Wessexy. Wessex.
Yeah.
Wessex?
I'm from Wessex. Wessexy. That's their official county slogan.
Do you think on the sign when you go in there, we're bringing Wessexy back? All right. Well, those are pretty good miracles. Yeah.
I mean, on average, if one was 5-star, one was 4-star, and one was... What did you rate the last one as?
2.5.
Right. So what's the average then? There's about a 3 and a 3.9 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not bad. So, based on everything you've just heard, which would be like, I don't know, I'm saying that because it's like, what did I just hear?
I don't know.
But based on everything you just heard, what do you think his patronages are?
Is he the patron saint of charter witnesses?
And other associated clerical tasks?
Yeah, notaries and things.
Surprisingly not.
No.
Clearly, even though it was notable, I guess it was because it was actually like part of the real historically verifiable part of his life and not like the cult and the legend that happened afterwards.
Yeah. Is he the patron saint of teaching kings?
I mean, I guess those people would need a patron, wouldn't they? Because like kings must be difficult as students.
I would think dumber on average than most people.
And just more sort of volatile, probably.
Yeah, difficult.
Yeah, not on the list.
But what about sharing onions? Sharing onions, by which I mean, like, redistribution of wealth.
Right. I mean, did he really redistribute it, or was it like when the corporation tries to make up for the fact that they're underpaying you by throwing you a pizza party?
That is very fair. The banquet for the serfs was very much the pizza party of its day.
Of the 9th century, yeah.
The 9th century, yeah. So, what about crawling tunnels?
And holy holes.
Holy holes, yeah.
Surely, if you're a saint, any hole is a holy hole.
That's true. Just got little holes full of saints,
I think we should get that as our next bit of merch.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the merch yet?
I think we talked about it.
Because I think, like, when you gave it to me, I wasn't allowed to talk to it because you were going to surprise someone else with it. And you have done that now. So I had a plan to say that the miraculous thing that happened to me was Matthew got me a present that I really liked. But, yeah, that was a while ago now.
If you'd like to support the podcast, not really support because we don't make really any money off the t-shirts, but if you would like a t-shirt showing how much you like this podcast, you can get It Was Foul and I Loved It, St. Augustine
So good.
T-shirt on the QED website. Actually, I think it's on some website. I don't know. Actually, I think it's on the Comedy Festival website.
It's on some fucking website.
I think it's.
Just
I'll put
go
a
on
link.
the internet.
I'll put a link.
You probably can't Google Saint Augustine T-shirt because it probably isn't actually. Well, actually, maybe it is.
I think it is, but it doesn't matter. Look, I'll put a link in the show notes, and I think it's in the same store that I have all the Comedy Festival merch. So
yeah.
So just check that out. Anyways.
Yeah, it's not Googleable, sadly.
Stop it. Is he the saint of OnlyFans?
I'm sure there are far filthier saints. I'm sure we've read about some.
What about only using fans? How about that?
Surprisingly, he's not the patron of any websites.
What about outdoor graves?
Like graves that normal people have, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yes, he's the patron saint of normal burials. No, he's not.
Okay. Finally, is he the patron saint of Humpty Dumpty? Because he put all those eggs back together.
He put that egg back together. He had more jigsaw techers than all the king's horses and all the king's men.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together. Oh, and then here comes Saint Swithun, and so problem solved. We're great.
Surprisingly not.
Well, what were his patronages?
Okay, well, I already told you one, so I'm disappointed that you
Is it
forgot.
Winchester? Yeah, I don't care. I don't give a shit about Winchester.
Right, okay. Well, then I'm sorry for wasting the last hour and a half of your life by telling you about the patron saint of Winchester.
Right.
He's also, I think you could probably guess this one. He's the patron against droughts.
Oh, okay.
Because as I keep saying, rain is good. There's no rain, there's no crops. And that's why we love it so much.
No downside to torrential downpours anywhere? Anytime?
It would mean that would mean that I wouldn't be able to get married outside, which would be very nice.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's the worst thing that can happen when it rains. Yeah, that's...
Indeed. It means that girl in Men in Black is sad. Remember that?
No.
It's a topical reference that I have.
Anyways, so, all right, so he's patron saint against droughts. That's good.
Yeah.
That's handy, actually. It's useful to not have droughts.
I mean, yeah, I guess, like, in his time, droughts wouldn't have been super common. They're probably more common in the UK now.
I think droughts were just, I don't know, a fact of life. I mean...
Yeah, but, like, England was quite a wet place.
I mean, even if it's wet, it's a matter of being raining at the right times of year, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it might be, like, you had a really wet winter, and then, like, in the summer when you need it for crops, it's, like, the rain is, I don't know. Anyways, droughts were, I think droughts were...
And they didn't have amazing irrigation systems back then.
Yeah. It reminds me, like, there was an Onion article from a while back that was, like, water in all the wrong places. And it was just like, it's flooding here and it's drought over here. It's like, we're so fucked. Climate change. Anyways, so what else? What are those patronages?
That's it.
Oh, just the two. Winchester and droughts.
Winchester and droughts. And I mean, Winchester's very specific, and droughts, I'm sure we've encountered other anti-drought saints before as well. So he's got quite a limited remit, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, like, droughts is like, that probably takes a lot of energy, and Windsor probably kind of runs itself, so...
Winchester. I mean, it is quite a historically kind of important place, because it's like the seat of the ancient kings and stuff, so...
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's like... It's like if you were the patron saint of London, back in that day, it would be pretty prestigious, I think.
That would be,
as
yeah,
a patronage.
It would have been tougher then. I think it's London. I don't know. London's it's probably tough all over. Like 10 million people there.
Yeah.
I keep reading articles about how there's all kinds of graffiti on the subway now. People
oh my god.
Out.
They need a patron saint stat.
Yeah. Winchester, no graffiti on their subway.
To be fair, probably not. I mean, they don't have an underground system.
But they got that one tunnel. It probably connects to like the Victoria line.
That's true. All the Elizabeth line everywhere connects there right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Good observational tube comedy there, Matthew. Good job. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. If the holy hole is like dark and like there could be loads of graffiti in there. And
probably.
No one would know. There's definitely a lot of cum in there.
It's a victim of
That was what you were implying earlier. Don't just now suggest that I'm the one with their mind in the gutter, or in the holy hole in this case.
I was being a little bit
subtle about it.
Yeah. So
I don't really do that.
And you're like, but there's lots of jizz in there.
What can I say? I am the patron saint of stating the obvious.
Well, Anna, do you think you'd ever have Saint Swithun intercede for you?
I have, touch wood, never dropped a load of eggs before. So I've been fortunate not to need Saint Swithun's intervention. I think, as he's a patron against drought, it would be really great if Saint Swithun was on the side of the cause of renationalising water, because, like, we're probably going to get a hosepipe ban soon, and it's like the profit-making water companies are trying to imply that water shortages are because of individual consumer behaviour, and not the fact that they spend millions paying dividends to their owners and not on maintaining the pipes so they don't leak.
Yeah.
I think that's a cause that Swithun would get behind, and therefore, like, if I were still working in that area, which I'm not, then I'd probably wanna get him on board with the campaign.
Right. You need a lot of celebrity endorsements, people pushing for renationalization of... The fact that the water is privately owned in this country is the most insane thing I think I've ever heard about Britain. I was just like, that's like, America is bad about privatization, and but that's got to be the most crazy holdover from the Thatcher era. But whatever.
There's so much, but like water in particular, it's
a necessity to whatever. But like, what are you doing as a government if you're not providing people fucking water? Like, that's kind of anyways.
Yep. What a joyful note to end on.
I think that I might ask Saint Swithun to intercede. I don't know, if like you could use a little rain, that's always nice. If I ever had to go to Windsor, Winchester.
Or Winchester, in fact.
Winchester, or Windsor, either way. Yeah, I guess if I had to go visit any mules, that'd be...
You'd want to know that someone had your back, just in case you were attacked by Furies.
You think it's a simple task and a fun day out to go visit mules, and it turns out it could be surprisingly dangerous, so...
That poor guy.
That poor guy.
It just escalated so quickly, you know? It's like, oh, go visit my mules. Oh, it's a hot day. Maybe I'll just have a nap. Oh, fuck! What's going on?
Mythical creatures. Yeah, I think if I ever had to go visit somebody by crawling into a tunnel, that'd be very helpful.
Well, especially, you know, we're both over 30. Like, everyone's got back problems now. Like, crawling into a tunnel is no fun.
It's not going to be good on my knees, you know. It's just it's a whole problem. Yeah. But yeah, I think that seems like an all right guy for the limited amount of information. We don't know when he was born. We don't know how he died.
Yep.
We mostly know what happened to him after he died.
Yes.
There's apparently a lot of documentation with his signature on it. But other than that, like, yeah, it's pretty scant
opportunity for him to intercede for you.
Right. But it's also a great opportunity for him to reinvent himself. He's got name recognition, but like not a lot of people know the details of who he is.
That's true. It's true. A valuable asset to any political campaign.
Well, Anna, thank you for telling me the story of this egg-saving, water-making saint.
Sounds like he should be a patron of, like, handy, thrifty chefs.
You can't be a saint without breaking a few eggs. So that's what they say.
They do say that.
Saint Swithun's classic catchphrase.
You can't make the omelette of sainthood without breaking the egg of sin.
Yes, that's... Wait, are eggs the sin? Or the sin is the breaking of the egg? Wait, no. Why would you eat sin eggs? Wouldn't that be bad?
I mean, they sound great.
I
actually had a sin egg earlier. It was in a pastel de nata, which I rewarded myself with for getting up early.
It's a delightfully sinful dish. Ooh, my sin egg. It's so decadent. I feel so bad when I eat it. Ooh, my sin egg.
Going straight to hell with... Well, I mean, we were talking about veganism earlier. So, obviously, for someone who's plant-based, all eggs are sin eggs.
It's fair. When you put it that way. Exploitation of the workers.
Exploitation.
Exploitation. Hey, there we go. We finally found it. That's it, guys. We reached our peak. Bye, everybody.
We gotta quit while we're ahead. Have a blessed day, week, month, all of it.
Bye.
Bye.